You a duck and you lame. You ain't from no south side. Don't nobody know your name. You that girl. Oh. Hey, what's up, gamers? Back again with another video. So, you know, from my last video, I mentioned a lot about prom, right? So I started off with the timeline, like, coming out, and I ended off with, like, how I ended. Like, so I guess my high school year started out in closed doors, and I left the high school with open doors. And I left them open so that they can permanently be open and free for everyone. Yes, I made myself that important. Suck my dick. Anyways, so yeah, I was going to do another video, but then I thought, why not give you guys a story time again and again and again, and maybe, like, you know, one a day, like the pills. Those are vitamins. Yeah, as you can see from the title of this video, we're gonna talk about prom. And with that entailed, you know my little friend, because you know he's in all my little story times. It's just gonna be more of an extended version of the little snippets that I gave you in the last video. So, you know, if you with me, you with me. Okay, so where do I start? A long time ago, once upon a time, it was my senior year of high school. Now, if you guys know me best, you know I hated my high school. I hated my high school. There's nothing to say about that. Then you'd be like, what specifically did you hate about your high school? Everything! But anyways, so I never really thought I was gonna go to prom. I was just like, you know, everyone was excited. Like the first, like, week when we were doing these whole, like, senior bondings and this and third, and everyone's being good with each other. I'm like, alright, well, that's cool. Like, you know, I was trying to befriend people, and I thought we were gonna have no drama. I thought everything was gonna be good. Clearly the opposite. Hello, black people. We all have colorful personalities, you know, like our different melanin skin tones. But yeah, so when I found out, like, that we're gonna have a prom and everything, and like we have a prom committee and this and third, because I wasn't involved in my school for, like, the school events. I was involved in anything else, shit that would make me money. But when I found out, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So prom queen, right, there were like 5 girls running. I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. You know, that's this little shimmy, shimmy, hey, shimmy, yeah. Like, but then for prom king, there was only one person running. There was another person that was gonna run, but I think they were disqualified because I don't think they had the grades. I don't want to say they weren't smart enough, but yeah, and then, like, it was a whole application, and there was like 7 different questions, and like you have to answer each one, like, with a little paragraph or something. But yeah, so like, the person that I was running against, we were, like, I've been in this school from 6th grade to 12th grade. So when it was 6th grade, you know, we were friends, we were kind of close. But then over the years, we grew further apart, and that's another story for another story time. But basically, because, like, there was, like, clashes between us, we just weren't friends since, like, 6th grade. Because that person started it. I'm jacking that all the way. But, yeah, that person started it. Fuck him. Anyways, so I was like, oh shit, look at that. Now, when I first like, saw the application, I was just like, I want to do it, but I don't want anyone to know. So my dumb ass, the person I'm going against, who I don't like, who I haven't liked or have had issues with for like 6 years of life, is on the prom committee. So when I sent the application in and did everything in, the teacher well, she wasn't a teacher, but the person, the administrator who was in charge of, like, the prom thing, right, she's best friends with the person I don't like. So here I already felt like he had the upper advantage. So I was like, alright, whatever. But I sent the application in, and I thought I was good for 2 days. And then he found out, and he was like, oh, I heard he's running for prom king. And, bitch, that's where the shit started. That's where it started. You don't start no stuff, there won't be no stuff. So basically, that nigga was a bully, alright? Fuck that. But oh my god, I hate the story sometimes, but I love it. So I'm just like, alright, you know, I'm gonna run for prom king. So at first I thought he was being all nice when he was like, oh, haha, good luck on prom king, this, that, and third. But then you want to be all nice in person, but on Facebook you want to slander me. talking about, I don't know why this nigga wants to go for prom king, this, that, and the third, like, you bummy, that. Because I don't care. Like, we had a uniform, and I didn't care. I went to school to get my education. I didn't buy the nicest shoes for school. I went to pay less to get them shits. Like, anything school-wise, my money was not going toward. My money went toward having the latest phone, having the latest laptop, having, like, all the shit in my room. I have so much stuff, but I don't show that I have so much stuff, because that's how you do it. Alright? But I'm like, oh, that's cute. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna just let it slide. But then he wanted to have all his little friends join in. And I'm like, I thought prom king was for males. And you bitches is bucking. Alright, so I was like, you know what, that's cute. That's cute. So I called my friend one day. I'm like, this nigga tried me. He tried me. My friend, she was like, don't do anything heinous. Don't do anything I would do. And I'm like, yeah, don't do anything you would do, because yo ass crazy. So I'm like, alright, let me think, like, fuck. So I'm like, alright, whatever. So I'm like, you all over here on Facebook posting this, that, third. So what I did is, I made a nice little video, you know, just a nice little rebuttal. I was like, it was like a little prom king ad. I'm like, vote for your prom king. Me versus your competition. And I put pictures of that. I'm like, I look better. I'm nicer. And then I started comparing our schools, since you want to start talking about schools, you know. At the time, you know, my school, it was like an Ivy League of the city of New York. It wasn't really like Ivy League. It was just it's a really known and renowned school in like New York City. And listen, Michelle Obama went to our graduation last year. And I say our because I'm an alumni of that college, of that institution, right? So I'm like, oh, look, our acceptance rate is 32% and yours is 45%. I'm like, that's cute. You think your school is hard to get into, but your school sent me emails. I never emailed them because I never wanted to go. Look at all these scholarships and grants I'm getting. Like, I put that all in the video, like, a vote for me is the right way to go. Like, and he was like, oh, I don't know why he made that video. I don't know. So he started going off. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, you're mad for what? Like, I'm smarter than you and prettier. Shut up. So I was just like, oh shit, I didn't stir up the pot. I didn't stir up the jambalaya. So I was just like, oh fuck. So like at one point I was just feeling a little like I shouldn't even run. Like, why am I gonna, like, this kid is popular than me. He's more popular. He hangs out with everyone. I know everyone, but I know people on an individual basis. I'm personal. I have more personality. You have popularity, I have personality. And most of the time, popularity wins. Because popularity is seen and tangible, and personality is hidden in a dark crevice. But anyways, so I didn't know who I was gonna take. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know what I wanted to wear. So I eventually shopped around Soho, and I was like, I bragged a little on Facebook. I was like, my prom suit is imported, and because the store I got it from was a store that was founded and based in London, so what I needed and tailored and everything, like, that shipment came from London. So I was like, my shit's imported, where did you get yours from? So I was like, alright, blah-da-da, and I remember that next day, he was like, oh, he talked about his shit is imported, this and that, third, and so he went on Facebook like, oh, my shoes alone was $800, my suit jacket was custom made, it was like $1,000, some crazy number shit like that. I'm like, first of all, I'm not even gonna get into that. So I was just really heated. So I made a little diss track. I never posted it. I never recorded it. But if you look at one of my previous videos where I'm just rapping, I definitely put it in there. And it goes like this. I'm only saying a snippet. How you want a prom king from a nigga that has no family, no father at home, and a cousin in the pantry of a prison? Like, what's the life with no school? Your looks are good and your grades aren't cool. But I'm not gonna go into the rest of this track because it was kind of like it was like a no frauds thing. It started off sweet, just little disses, and I started really packing some punching. But so let's fast forward toward the day of prom, right? And oh no, let's not yet. I didn't know who I was gonna take, so I was like, all right, I'll take my boyfriend. Now we were talking for like a few months, and he was there from up and down. And then like we started dating, and so I was like, huh, yeah, I'm gonna take my boyfriend. I'm gonna take a nigga. I'm gonna take a nigga prom. He wasn't my boyfriend yet. He wanted to be, but I was like, I want to wait for the date. That's cute. Wait for the date. But so he Like, he was alright with it. The first person I initially asked to go with, he was gonna go with me, and our colors were gonna be like gold and silver. It was like gold, silver, black, and white. I don't know. I had some intricate design, and this nigga was going for it. But he was like getting close, like something happened, and so he couldn't attend. So I was like, all right, that's fine. So eventually, I found the person who was my boyfriend to go with me, and we made up the colors, we made up everything, and he had to set up an interview with the administrative teacher, the one that is friends with the boy that I don't like, and I'm just like, oh shit, damn. So I kept sending in his information and he kept calling the teacher to do the interview, but one, she sometimes didn't want to respond, homophobia. Two, sometimes like she didn't get the email, homophobia. And three, like she just, I don't know, like she was just so oblivious of a boy taking a boy to prom, homophobia. But I was just like, fuck it. So the day of prom comes, and I'm like so nervous. I'm sweating. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm gonna lose. Like I'm just I'm just the crybabiest of all. And like, he pulled me together like, yo, we're gonna go. We're gonna kill it. Like, you know, you got this. And yeah, so my mom, she drove us in the car, and like we took pictures outside. My mom drove us in the car, and it was cute. It was real cute. Like, so. Because people were always asking me whether I was taking a boy or girl to prom. I'm like, y'all will never know. Y'all will never know until I get there. So I'm like, alright, woo-hoo. We get there. And I step out the car, and like, I remember all my friends, especially Edgar, shout out to you. He turned his head like, is that Christmas? Like, that is my hype man in high school. Like, I can't. Like, oh my god. And he was just like, alright. And he was like, what is it? And you know, me and my nigga pop up. We didn't take pictures outside. It was like no paparazzi. Because then one of my teachers, I was about to say her name. She was like, oh, alright, everyone get inside, you know, time to go upstairs and, you know, start prom. So I'm like, alright, it's cool. So, you know, we get upstairs, and the teacher at the front, my old English teacher, he's like, Christopher, I see like you wanted an outside guest, but they never did the interview. We don't have their ID on file. We don't have nothing on them. I'm like, well, I sent it. I did. And I pulled out my phone. I'm like, so I have all the emails here with photocopies of his ID in the email, because I'm like, bitch, I wasn't playing with your homophobia today. Alright, so I was like, so I looked at him, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not even, like, in that, like, point in time, my mindset was really like, I'm not finna argue with you because I paid my prom dues, I paid this nigga's prom dues, I paid for both of us to get the fuck up in here, so you gonna let us in. But that was in my head, so inside my head I was like, so I'm gonna go inside, and he's like, yeah, okay, just go inside. So I calmly grabbed my nigga's hand, and we walked up inside that prom room, that ball hall, like, ballroom. What? Ballroom. So I'm like, alright, whatever, right? So, you know, we dancing this, that, third, like, I would say, let's say prom was 4 hours. So after like 2 hours, right, then people started eating. Then an hour after that, so after the third hour, they're like, oh, we're gonna announce prom queen and prom king soon. So my friend, who's really good at spying, she overheard the other prom king who wanted to run say, like, oh, when I get the crown, right, what we gonna do is I'm gonna have the crown on my head, we're gonna walk up to Christopher, I'm gonna act like, and all his friends was gonna record it. So I was gonna hand him the crown, but when he goes to reach for it, I'm just gonna take it away. So basically, after the third hour, they were like, okay, we're gonna announce prom king and prom queen soon. So I'm like, okay, that's cute. Like, you know, I'm nervous, I'm shaking, and then like I didn't want to even go up there. I was like, no. And my friend was like I remember she calmed me down, right? Yes, go you doing your thing at Yale University. She was like, Christopher, you're gonna win. You got this. Like, you got this, you know. And if you win, like, you know, you can wear much, because she had like a nice headpiece jewelry, and I was like, oh, I love that. Like, I want to wear that. She was like, no, you need to get your crown. And I was like, you right. But so I overheard, like, my friend who's really good at spying. She's like, oh, I overheard. So what he's gonna do is like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna win this, that, third, and he wanted all his friends to record, right? So he was gonna record him getting the crown, and then what he was gonna do is he was gonna walk over to me. And he was gonna hand me the crown, but when I went to reach for it, he was gonna snatch it back. When I heard that, a bitch wanted to cry her eyes out. She wanted to cry, but then she had to remember she a badass bitch. We wasn't gonna do that. So, oh my god, and I'll try to find a video to put it in here. But basically, like, they was like prom queen first. They did that, you know, it was who got prom queen, you know, she got it, right? And it was us two. Now people know me and this person did not really like each other. We did not really talk too much. Like he stabbed me in the back so many times, right? Every time I tried to rebuild a friendship, or I'd like, yeah, because I never did nothing bad to this nigga. But so yeah, so it's getting time. It's like drum roll, please. And I'm like, oh my god. Like I'm sitting in my bed. I'm not sitting because they made us stand up and walk to the front of the room with the spotlight on and all. Like, well, it wasn't like much of a spotlight. It was just like more like lights turned, but like you know, the ones in the back turn off. But anyways, so I'm like, oh my god, and all I hear my boyfriend, go Chris, go Chris, go Chris, and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm really sitting there, I'm about to cry, like I'm really about to cry. And then I hear the teacher, he's like, and the prom, he didn't say king, he said queen. He didn't already announce the queen, but he meant to say king, but, and it was like, and the prom king is, and it was like, drum roll please, and he's like, Christopher Clark. You don't even understand, I cried my fucking eyes out. I cried my fucking eyes out. And then, you know, a bad bitch only had to show like one tear going down, because you know, you just saw more than you wasn't seeing the nice kind. But oh my god, when they put when they said that, the whole room, I didn't even know, I got 96% of votes. 90% of votes. Like, the guy showed me the card, I'm looking like, oh my god, out of the X amount of people there, and I did the calculator, I'm like, I'm telling you, remember Edgar, my hype man? I'm telling you, this place was really big, right? It wasn't that big, it was like medium. If Poobie, well, this is not Poobie, this is not my friend's, but this is mine. If Cappy was the place, I was standing like right here at the bottom of Cappy. Edgar was like all the way right here. If I'm right here and Edgar's right here, Edgar ran from here. I'm telling you, we're both on the soccer team. He is faster than me by this much. Even though like I'm taller and my legs are longer, he's faster than me by this much. Well, I'm telling you that he ran across the room when he heard my name. I'm telling you, that nigga sprinted. He was gone. He ran and he jumped and he just hugged the shit out of me. And I'm just like, and you know, I'm trying to keep the tears and I'm like, oh my god, I really got this. And like everyone is crowding around me like, yeah, Chris. Yeah, and all I hear is my boyfriend, yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, yo, I fucking could not. And like, I turn around for a glimpse and I see this nigga, like the other prom king nominee, because that's all you will ever be. And he's like, and then he's like this in the corner. He's like, and I'm like, all right, like, you know. I was just like, I was so humbled and I was so appalled and I was just like, I thought all of you guys hate me. I was like, ah. But they don't, and I was like, oh my god, I want to cry. That was the best night of my life, and I'll forever talk about it. Forever, and ever, and ever, and ever. And when what is that? Homecoming? What is that when you come back after 10 years? I will forever, and ever talk about it. But, like, that was just, like, the highlight of my life. Like, when you're up against the odds, and you're just like, wow. Wow, like I remember after like everyone's got congratulated me and hugged me and this, that, and third, and people swarmed me and I almost fell the fuck down. Like I went right to my boyfriend, I hugged him and kissed the shit out of him. Like I was like, but yeah, so like I was so happy, and then I found out later that nigga was crying. So yeah, I got prom king, and like I didn't post pictures of me with the crown and this. Yeah, that's all we had, a booty ass crown. But I didn't post nothing. I just put on Facebook. I was like, and by the way, I won prom king. And he was like, oh my god, I knew you would win. So at first, like, he was like, then I'm like, that night, like when me and my boyfriend went back to my house, get that prom king dick. Let me stop. But I was like, I saw on Facebook he was the nominee. And that's all you will ever be. I'm so petty. You can't stop me or beat me. But the nominee was like, oh, he did really good. And I was happy. I'm like, oh, you congratulated me. But then the next post this motherfucker comes out and says is, but I look better though. Hold on. You wore gold. Your outfit was not all that. And you brought two bitches to prom thinking it would make a difference. We get it, you trying to look like a playboy, but Boo Boo Kitty, that's not working here. Personality over popularity. Hello. And you know I'm gonna keep it real from the jump. Hello. But, and I'm like, what? So my friends, they were violating. I was like, ooh, and they was like, how the fuck you gonna congratulate him? Da 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 da. And then you wanna go and turn around and be like, oh da da, you lost, you mad cause you lost. Even if Christopher wore trash bag to prom, he still look better than you. I was like, bitch, hold on, my edges, woo, it was receding. It was going back past the hairline because I had a flat top at the time. I was like, oh, Lord. I was just like, oh, I'm so. But yeah, like that was just, woo. That was really good. Like that was like the best night of my, and like we couldn't graduate our graduation caps, but I still got my prom king crown. But I was gonna put it on top of my graduation cap, like, yeah, and I was like, I want like a chant. I want like when I went up on stage for them to be like prom king. But I was like, you know what? Maybe let's not, you know. I mean, I know he on a scale of pretzel to ocean, he was as salty as the ocean. But like, I was like, let's not do that. Let's not do that. But you know, it was, that night was the best night of my life. But yeah, I hope you guys like this story. You know, like, share, comment, subscribe, thumbs up this video. I'm gonna do more story times because I mean I love stories. Now one thing just on end note, some people say like, oh well, why'd you wait to tell this story, or why are you waiting to tell this one? You know how they say think before you speak? Sometimes it takes you maybe a day, a week, a month, a year, 3 years. Let me stop, it's not that long yet. But it takes a while, and sometimes you don't really just want out and say things. Sometimes you just want to let the story marinate in yourself first. You want to let that story become some type of self-identification for you. And that's why they tell you think before you speak, bitch. Because sometimes you gotta think about the shit you want to say. Then you want to say it. So sometimes, you know, your timeline ain't gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Your timeline might be 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10. Like sometimes you want to backtrack and go off. So, you know, go off, girl, go off. And all the future generations, go off. Be you. Take your time. Do you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out tonight.